twisted, and you may not have a real nice edge if you're going to leave all the way to the end. Otherwise, it would not matter. Okay, so I went around the stick, and I'm going to go exactly the way I came, which is not this way, which feels like the way you should, but back this way.
So this one, when you come up, you go around this way.
Go around here. Okay. Then you're going to go inside
and then
back exactly the way you came. See, the tendency is to go on this side of it, but you go back exactly the way you came.
Oh, see how that confused me.
Yeah. It's tricky.
And how many blue words were there then?
Men. Right. Okay, now I almost made a mistake, see? You got to go exactly back the way you came. Now,
let me do it and you see.
All right, I'm going to watch. Now go up over the top. That's it. Now go around the little stick.
Inside around.
Okay. Now go right back to the top.
This way?
That way, right the way you came. That's the tricky part. Okay, down to the bottom. Around the lower one. Back up to the little stick. Okay, around it.
This way?
Okay. Okay, you're doing it. Now go
back down the way you came.
Exactly the way you came. All right? All right, now wait a minute. You can tell if you've made a mistake. If you put your hand through here and you have a cross, you got a mistake. Okay?
This way. This way? Up back here.
Thank you. What was that? 4? But they were big 4s. Okay? Now, take the end of your 2 strands and do an overhand. Okay?
You mean now? Okay.
Okay? Okay? Now, here's twine.
They want you.
I just left a message. What you're going to do when you twine, and this is the very tricky part, is which thread is coming first and which thread is coming second, kind of thing, because you've got 2 threads here. Okay, so which is the first one and which is the second one? All right? The very, very first one, you're going to take one color of your twining and bring it through. So now I've got my knot right here. Okay?
You had your knot up against it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you look at a real authentic Navajo weaving, this knot will still be on the corners.
Okay.
Now, nowadays, what they will do is when they get to the end, they kind of cheat and don't do this. So if you have a weaving that somebody says is authentic and it only has the knots at the bottom, it probably isn't. That's just one of the shortcuts. So I go to the next thread, and you're going to have to go up here to find it, which happens to be the one in the back. All right? But that was the next thread. I'm going to take the white, go behind that. When you're doing this, it's a little hard to distinguish the threads that are going around the front from the ones in the back. So you may want to put a piece of paper or something in here so that you won't be pulling threads from the back. All right, so I went around that one with the white. Next one I'm going to do with the blue. To the back.
Did you ever do this in basket weaving?
Same technique. All right, now I've got a little bit of trouble because I'm trying to figure out what thread is next. So I'm going to go up, and that's the next one. It should be the back one. It is. Yay! Okay, then I went around with the blue the last time, so this time I'm going to use the white. You can do this with the same color, but I don't recommend it if you haven't done a lot of twining before because I forget which one I'm using.
Oh, this way you know where you're. You know where you're at.
Blue, white, blue,
Use the blue. Use the white.
Okay.
Get white for the back one
And blue for the front one. Yeah, that's the way this one's coming
This is like basket weaving.
Exactly. Just this part of it, though. All right, now. And then all on the other. So up over here. Yeah.
All right, so she's done her 3 rows
And then go
and just
around the little one.
overhand knot at the end, I guess.
It doesn't matter, just go around it. That's okay, now go back.
I want to look at it before I tie a knot.
Which way did you come? Go back behind.
Ta-da!
Okay, you're going to follow the same passages. Okay? That's it. Good. Okay, now come down to the front. All right? Keep going around the front bar. Okay, go around the stick. Now see, you got enough on it that you don't need your second person at all.
Okay, I'm going to the back.
Okay, now which way am I going to go next?
That's on tape.
Oh, okay, you can up and down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did she get permission?
didn't raise her hand, did she?